All right, a little bit of good news, bad news here. We're watching sprint cars. That's the good news. The bad news is I'm not racing. Snowstorm delayed the pedals getting here. So we're going to do one more broadcast. Then later tonight, I'm going to do an Indy fixed race, and that will be out tomorrow. Hopefully this is a decent race as we've got, looks like 14 people signed up. I think only 13 made it in. But let's quickly get through the first few people on the lineup. Matthew Pilas, Joe Adams. Looks like we've got... Things are messed up on my standings real quick. So we got Sellers, Adams, Vig, Stanton, Mastro, Rathwell, Carlson, Evans, Main, Holloway, and that is your top 11 there. We're going to get going right now. 75 laps at Lanier. Green is out. Pilot's out to a good lead there. We've got a big gap back to third as Adams, Vig, and Stanton are all on top of each other going into 3. Out of 4, Stanton gets up to the 4th place, and looks like Mastro in the 4 car is going to follow him by. So Stanton now working on the rear of the 6 car, Joe Adams. Back here, hearing a little bit of tire spin, and that would be Doug South in the wall, but he gets off the track, no caution. He was last place on the track, so no need to throw the caution, and he got out of the way before the leaders got there. While that happened, Jeffrey Stanton got by up to 3rd place. Pilas pulling out to a 0.4 second lead over Sellers right now in the 2 car. Stanton 1.8 seconds back. Right now, best laps, 12.1 seconds around this short little track. And looks like Mastro in the 4 car trying to get the nose underneath the 6 of Adams. And going to look into 3, make it stick. He does. Adams gives him some room. And they both live to fight another day. We'll see if Adams comes back later on in the race. So lap traffic is going to happen quick and often here. We've got 8 seconds already back to the last car running, the number 14 car. Let's go find the best race on track right now, and that is going to be Kenneth Carlson working underneath the 9 car, Zach Evans. He goes a little bit high. That's going to allow Mike Main to get a nose under him. He's going to try to make the pass as well. He does through 3 and 4, and 2 spots down for Evans as he falls back to 9th place. Back up near the top 5, Jim Vig in the number 5 car, sitting in 6th place, looking to close in on Joe Adams. Heard a slow car in the back. Not sure if that was something. Doesn't sound like it. Looks like we're still green, so just someone off pace. Holloway there misses the corner a bit. Let's go back here, though, as Mike Main working his way up the field. And it's going to lose a bit of time there as he had a little wiggle out of the corner. Back up to 6th place. Vig has closed in a little bit more. Those are your 2 closest battles on track. We've also got the leaders now coming up on lap traffic. There is Pilas in the lead. Just ahead of him, the 14 car Dallaire. Dallaire's going to go to the middle, allow the leader by, and nice and easy, we stay green. Back here, still same position. Vig right behind Adams. Main losing a bit of time to Carlson. Kicking off the laps extremely quick here. No caution right now, and that means we're just getting around this place really quickly. Last time by 12.3 seconds for the leader. 12.48 for Ryan Sellers in second, and then a 12.3 for Jeffrey Stanton. So Stanton right now second quickest on track, although pretty even with Sellers, and Sellers might have got slowed down by the lap traffic that we see just ahead of Stanton now. Stanton's going to be a bit off pace there as he works his way around the 14. Mastro's next to get around, and Joe Adams still holding off Vig. Main has fallen back from Carlson. Carlson's starting to move up now on the battle for 5th place. So here's your leader, Pilas. Last time by a 12.4. That's going to be what pretty much the top 4 running. Then it's 12.5s back here starting at Adams. Those 12.5s extend all the way back to Carlson in 7th. Mike Main's back to a 12.7, as well as Evans here. Someone we haven't talked about, Rathwell, he's blinking out it looks like, so that's why it took a little bit for him to connect on the camera. But he is running a 12.9, and then we've got Dallaire just trying to stay out of everyone's way. And in these cars, it's really, really hard to do. These things are so sensitive on throttle. You can easily spin it. It's one of the few cars where if you hit the gas the wrong way, you will spin. That's not something that happens too often. It almost seems like most cars in iRacing have too much grip, and then this car has too little grip. So it's got a weird rotation on it if you gun it. So that is why you see a lot less people racing these, just because it's difficult. And that tends to be a thing that sim racers want. They say they want, but then they never race it. So here we go now. Battle for 5th is heating up. Vig's back on the tank of the 6-car Adam. Vig is going to look to the outside, gets a little wiggle on corner entry there. Closest battle on track right now is for this 5th position. They are 6 seconds behind the leader. And that would be Pilas, who's working his way through lap traffic and has just put Rathwell a lap down. Go up to Pilas all by himself. Sellers 2 seconds back, and then we've got 1.2 seconds back from him, Stanton in the 3. Mastro is 0.75 seconds back from that, and then 2.5 seconds back from 4th place is the 5th place car, Adams. Looks like Vig's fallen off a little bit. He's now half a second back from that 5th place. Mike Main closing back up on Carlson, so that's a battle we're going to have to keep an eye on as well. It is now the closest battle for position. Top speed's looking like right now 107 in the corners, down to about 75 miles an hour down the straightaway, and then 75 into the corners. Still a 12.5. 12.5s and 12.4s is what we've got going on. Dallaire, once again, going another lap down. As once you start getting lapped, it makes you run even slower as you're getting out of everyone's way. But everyone running really clean. We're almost 40 laps in, just past halfway. And here we go. We got some battles, and they're doing them at the same time each time. As they close up, the other one closes up, and now I've got to try to watch 2 battles on my hand. So, Carlson trying to hold off Main. Vig trying to get past Adams. Vig's going down onto the apron now to try to get a run off the corner. Always a little bit tricky in these cars. He's going to take a low corner entry, but those 2 lines come together. We got a little bit of smoke that I just seen. I'm not sure if that's the 11 car blinking out or someone got a little loose, and I heard contact. Heard someone hit the wall. I don't know where that was, who that was, but someone had a little wall tap. It might have been the 11 car. So just a little wall tap. He keeps on going, we keep on racing, and we're going to watch Vig try to get past Adams. Vig really going down low into on corner exit. Looks like the 11 car is blinking. That's where that smoke is coming from. Main has dropped off just a little bit. Carlson's 1.5 seconds back from this battle. If anything happens between these two, we could have a 4-car battle on our hands. Up front, real quick, while this is kind of settled down, Sellers only now 0.7 seconds ahead. That's third place Jeffrey Stanton. And just a little under a second back from him, Mastro, in the 4-car. Pilot still has a 2.7 second lead. Main now closest on track to making a pass. He's got a decent run down the backstretch, but nowhere to go with it. He's going to have to try to get a run off the corner, but in doing so, you're also turning the car down and trying to get on the gas hard, and in these, that's one of the hardest things to do. Vig also looking to do the same thing. Both of these have tightened back up. We are now just completing lap 50. 25 to go. We are ticking off the laps crazy quick. So Main trying to make that move. He's getting slowed down definitely now by the 10 car, but just can't find a way to get around him. Lap traffic all over the place as we got the 14 car and also the 11 car just ahead of this battle for 5th place. Adams is going to get by. Vig also gets by. Main still working the back of Carlson. The lap traffic might come into play here. Main tries to get a little run off the corner down low, gets a bit of a wiggle, loses about a 10th there. 14 car now doesn't move up quite as early as you would expect, and that might have slowed Carlson down a little bit, but Main catches the 14 on corner exit, which is going to slow him down a little. Blinking car, the 11 still up there causing a bit of smoke for these two. Now Carlson's defending that lower line off of turn 4. Oh, a little jab of the brake and gas there. And Main gets a bit loose on corner entry, trying to make something happen. As this is going on, the battle for second is heating up. We're going to try to keep an eye on all 3 of these battles. So far, nothing has happened with the 5th place battle. But now Stanton and Mastro are catching Sellers. Sellers is dropping off. He's now at 12.62, while Stanton's at a 12.5. Leader's at a 12.5. So Sellers is actually probably the 6th fastest car on track right now. He's having a bit of an issue getting it going here in the late stages, as we are now under 15 to go. Main still not passed, and Vig still not passed. So the battle we're going to focus on here is the one for the final spot on the podium. 3rd place right now, or 2nd place, sorry. 2nd and 3rd, and then we might have 4th place coming into battle as well. So Sellers working, splitting that little crossover onto the apron. Got his left sides down on the apron. Little bit of an issue trying to get out of the corner there with the lap car. That's going to help Stanton close up. Mastro trying to get past the lap car. He does cleanly. Then we've also got the 11 car who's going to be just in front of them. He's a ways up there. We've also got Zach Evans, it looks like, will be the next lap car that they encounter. The other battles that we were watching have opened up to a 0.4 and 0.3 seconds, so Stanton is the closest to the next car in front of him. Keep an eye on the laps, as I might forget it because they're clicking off that quick. Lap 68 right now for Sellers. He is under pressure, though. Stanton's going to look to the middle groove to try to get a run. So we've also got the blinking car there. That's going to cause some issues as the 11 blinked back there. Sellers, though, not making that low line work is good. Stanton's getting a run. Stanton might be able to get to the outside of him here, and he does. He's going to get the nose up next to the tank. And is he going to get the almost wheel-to-wheel, but he's got a little wiggle there, so much better out of 4, though. This time wheel-to-wheel at the line. Stanton's going to go for that second spot, just trying to get past him here. Lap car's definitely going to come into play as they're too wide. Mastro looking behind there as well, trying to figure out. Lap car gets out of the way. Stanton now up into the second place. We are on lap 73, about to start lap 74, 2 to go. Pilus has got this one in hand. Battle now for second, third, and fourth. Mastro working to the inside. Sellers holding off Stanton. White flag. Sellers back in the lead that time. Stanton's going to try to get a run down the back stretch. He can't. Little bit slow. Lap car. Here they come to the line. Sellers gets second place, holds on to that position. Stanton and Mastro finish third and fourth. Adams is going to hold on to the fifth spot. Fig in sixth. Carlson's going to hold on to seventh. Mike Main in eighth. Zach Evans is going to come home ninth. And then we've got Rathwell and Dallaire. So Pilus is your winner, doing some burnouts in a sprint car. Not much to talk about for the lead, but a great battle for second place there in the last 10 laps. So nice quick race. Let's hope I can get a decent race in later with a terrible break, and cross your fingers that I get the new pedals sometime on Friday. We'll see what FedEx does. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, let's go racing ourselves now. Enough watching other people.